even after 2 more expansions. The main city in the newest expansion is close second. Close second. Anyway. We have a little cutscene here. What are they doing? Oh, XIV. What are you up to?
The sons must answer for their father's misdeeds. Only then will the cycle be broken.
Yeah, but then... it's gonna be an endless cycle if you do that. Literally. Because the people they know again is gonna then be vengeful and do the same thing. And it's just gonna be a forever circle of revenge.
Brothers and sisters of the heavens, we raise our voices and join you in the chorus.
And I see you flipped over the barrier.
The evil magics are undone. Come, claim your retribution.
Okay, let's go to Camp Dragonhead and meet Best Boy that is hanging out over there. Hopefully meet Best Boy. It seems almost a swifter racer. You two, however, have arrived with time to spare, for our host has yet to make an appearance. The murmurings about the camp tell of some manner of trouble at the gates of judgment. In the Lord Commander's absence, I suggest we visit the place and find out what is afoot. Okay, let's go over there then. Person just running around in there. Okay. The gates of judgment are much more than mere doors. They are outermost layer of Ishgal magical wards. It has our first line of defense can be. If our first line of defense can be so easily shattered. Yeah. Also, only the first wall has been broken. Okay. Heretics come out there to meddle with our divine protections. I shall rid our nation of the blasphemy, even if it means cutting it down one by one. We need to fight over much. There are yet several layers of a kind of protection that shields the city from invasion. Mother will be fine. Oh, and we have one here. When I laid eyes upon Lady Eyesight, I felt the marrow freeze within my bones. Yeah, Lady Eyesight fucked stuff over for now. What are we gonna do? True to seem, the heretic struck the first, a most telling blow against Ishgard. Science, we expect you at Camp Dragonhead. My apologies, we chanced to hear that they have been trouble at the gates, and though it's prudent to investigate the cause. Then you have learned of the heretic's treachery. Lady Isa led a force of her followers against the defenders, and came close enough to dispel the first of our wards. But let us speak more of this back at the camp. Sir Emmerich awaits you. Yeah. And then we go back again. Lady Isa had grown bold indeed, if she would risk direct action against the city. Come, let us do as we were bid and return to Camp Dragonhead. Lord Horshvund will know where Sir Emmerich means to receive us. Yeah. Let's speak to Lord Horshvund. Yeah, best boy. That's reassuring indeed to behold the countenance of a friend when one's homeland teeters upon the very brink of disaster. Though a single misstep could send us plunging into the abyss, your heroic presence stokes the flames of courage within my heart. Ah, but you did not come to Dragonhead to listen to my prattling. The Lord Commander has arrived and will treat you with you in the intercessory. Okay, let's go there then. Greetings, sir. Shall I show you inside? Yes, please do. Thank you for coming with such haste, and apologize for my absence. Suffice it to say, Lady Isard and her heretics have much to answer for. Yes, and we but recently returned from the gates of judgment ourselves. Given the circumstances, we quite understand if you would prefer to postpone our appointed audience. On the contrary, Master Alphino, I think it more important than ever that this meeting take place. Rest assured, I shall return to my post on Ishgard walls the moment our business is concluded. Before we move on to the subject of reinforcement, however, I would introduce you to a close friend and stalwart ally, Estinian. Hello. And if you did a Dragoon questline, we would have known more. But hey, the wheel did not favor Dragoon. So, here we are, as a monk, punching people. May I present to you Ishgard's Azure Dragoon. An impressive title, though I confess I know precious little of the Order of Dragoons. They are formidable warriors all, yet even among such masters of the lands, Estinian is without equal. He, out of all warriors of Ishgard, have chosen to wield the power of dragons, and may thus contend with any Dravanian. You flatter me overmuch, Lord Commander. So you are the adventurer whom they spoke. I see now why my blood fear sang in anticipation of our meeting. Well, now that we have all been introduced, let us proceed to the matter at hand. I would share with you what we have learned of Iceheart's design. As confessed by the heretics taken captive after her assault on the gates, 'twould seem that Lady Iceheart and Dravanians share a common goal, the reclamation of Nidhogg's stolen eye. Nidhogg, one of the 7 great worms. His name features prominently in your nation's history, though once defeated by the hero Haldrath, the beast is said to have terrorized Cortes since Ishgard's founding. Aye, many are the scars our walls bear from Nidhogg's relentless effort to raise the city. The trophy Haldrath plucked from the bastard worm's skull, known simply as the Eye, is a treasured relic of Ishgard, and one possessed of untold power. Should it ever be returned to Nidhogg, the dread creature would be restored to the height of his strength, and then no wall or ward we would erect will be stout enough to deny him. My vengeful son hath waged war against Ishgard for 1,000 years. No mortal mind could comprehend the depths of his rancor. The eye itself is secreted deep within the wall. It is kept under heavy guard, surrounded at all times by men and women who have proven their loyalty to the Holy See. But though stamp walls and sharp blades may suffice to discourage the heretics, the dragons are another matter. There are individuals within the Dravanian horde whom an entire company of knights will labor to repel, to say nothing of Nidhogg himself. Nor does age rob them of their strength. Through the endless march of years, dragons endure, patient, calculating, inexorable. You must understand these creatures do not share a perception of time, and that is especially true of the great worms. They who spend centuries in slumber only to wake and resume the campaign as if mere hours had passed. It has been 20 years since Nidhogg last darkened our skies, 20 years for him to gather his strength and for us to bolster our defenses. And now, just as he seemed primed to return, the heretic strikes at the gates. You believe that Lady Iceheart is in league with the creature then? Of that we cannot be certain, though we know the heretics covert the eye. We have been unable to determine the plans for it. Such question aside, we must needs address the ragged hole the mistress has seen fit to rend in Ishgard's protections. This is a weakness the Dravanians are not like to leave untested. So it will seem you have described your plight in admirable detail, Lord Commander, yet I cannot help but wonder at your candor. Why share such sensitive information with us? I shall speak plain. Ishgard has need of allies, and I would have you bolster our front lines in readiness for a coming battle against the dragons. This much I expected. Unlike our arrangement concerning the Keeper of the Lake, however, only you stand to benefit from our assistance in this matter. I fail to see why we should intervene in a conflict which concerns only Ishgard and Dravania. When the Ocean Alliance requested Ishgard assessing during Operation Archon, you refused us. Does it not seem grossly unjust to demand that we now risk our lives in your private war? I make no attempt to defend my conduct. I only ask that you consider what will follow were Ishgard to fall. Having razed our city to the ground, the horde will have little cause to linger, and most will return to their lairs in Dravana. Soon thereafter, the ruins of Cortes will be buried in snow, and the land will become sole province of beasts and beastmen. Until the Guardians arrive, that is. For you may be certain that the Emperor would not hesitate to claim Cortes. they would not even have to draw steel. An imperial province sharing a border with Madonna, 7 hells. Very well, we will assist you in repelling the dragons. The roar of a great worm may have shaken the firmament, but we of Eosa will not abandon our Ishgardian brothers to face the coming horde alone. Nor did I ever think you would. No, upon the matter of the roar. Allow me, Sir Emmerich. Through the power of the Eye, have become a vessel of Nidhogg's strength. His essence has stolen into my very blood. Fear not, I am in full control of the faculties, I assure you. Faculties, I assure you. And the Eye itself is of no relevance to this tale. It is not essential that I bear it with me wheresoever I go. Its lingering influence does, however, allow me to hear Nidhogg's voice. Then the worm who roared was Nidhogg I. He means to hurl his sword against Tanifin's collar and shatter the remaining wards that protect the city. There can be no doubt the worm has summoned his minions to war. Yeah. Though the circumstances are far from ideal, this desperate endeavor will be the least provide us with an opportunity to bring the sister state of Eosa together in a common cause. Sir Emmerich was more ruthless in his negotiations than I had anticipated. I suppose one must give no quarter when one's home is at stake. But did you see the look on his face when he formally requested our assistance? Though the Lord Commander has long campaigned for Ishgard to open its gates to outsiders, I suspect this softening of the Holy See's attitude towards foreign cooperation comes as something of a bittersweet victory. The days ahead promise to be interesting indeed. Very interesting. If we are to aid the Ishgardians in this war of theirs, preparation will have to be made, and soon. Before proceeding, however, we must need to return to the Rising Stones and make our report to the antecedents. Let's go back to Revelman's Toll then.
Alphino, it is good to see you. Tell me, what have you learned?
Dragons attacking Ishgard. So
Pray summon the
let's
others.
go dragon slaying.
Everyone must hear my
Punch
report.
Dragons.
So this was all but a taste of what's to come.
Indeed. The main host advances upon Ishgard as we speak.
Whose vaunted defenses have been nullified.
shorn of its wards, the city will bear the full force of Nidhogg's fury.
All those people.
Alphinaud is right. The Dravanians cannot be allowed to prevail. If Ishgard falls, all of Eorzea will suffer the consequences.
Then you agree that we have no choice but to intervene. For the good of the realm, the Scions of the Seventh Dawn and the Crystal Braves must join the defense of Ishgard.
Let there be no ambiguity about what has been proposed. We would be directly intervening in the war. But if all here believe the cause to be just, then to war we shall go. The path we now embark upon is perilous, but I pray you will walk with us to the end.
Yeah.
For those we have lost, for those we can yet save.
Then it is settled. I shall inform the Council of our intentions and request that they contribute their own forces to the defense of Ishgard.
And everyone is leaving. What are you plotting? Are Lalafell gonna be evil? Nah. Lalafells are not evil, right? Right? But hey, Riol is here. I trust him. He's my man. He's my man. I have bid the Archons travel to the assigned nations. Should a member of an alliance agree to pledge Grand Company's soldiers to Ishgard's cause, our comrades will be on hand to act as intermediaries for the duration of the conflict. The small matter of persuading the alliance leaders to grant such support, I leave to Alphinaud. For you, my friend, a different task awaits. I will have you reach out to your fellow adventurers and gather what allies you may for the coming siege. I would also consider a matter of our own security. Revenant's Toll is but a short flight from the snowfield of Cortus. It is not imaginable that the fighting may spill across the border. Praise brief Svathborn of the brewing conflict and discuss potential contingencies. The frontier settlers must be prepared for aught that might wing its way over our wall. I only hope that such precaution prove necessary. Before you leave, might I suggest that you have Tatario accompany you? She has a talent for administration and a firm grasp of the practical challenges we may encounter. Okay. Let's take Tatari with us for a little trip around Modona. We're rather close to quarters, aren't we? We best see to our own defenses and take stock of our supplies. Oh, and we'll also need to have beds and bandages laid out just in case. A good receptionist is ready for any eventuality. Let's go, Drazor. I have 101 things to discuss with Svathborn. Okay, let's get the preparations done. I appreciate the warning. If war is coming to quarters, then the toll must be made ready. I'll increase the number of patrols and lookouts immediately. I also see about finding room for an infirmary as well as temporary housing for victims of the conflict. Ishgard has done well by us in the past, and I will return the favor. But as for rounding up volunteers for fighting yourself, I'm afraid I must disappoint you. I will not send my fellow guild members to die on Ishgard's soil. I'm certain headquarters will say the same. There will be no official adventurers guild presence at the siege. That said, each adventurer is of course free to do as he or she will. I'll share a word with some of my more capable colleagues on your behalf, and you might try your luck here in Revenant's Toll. I dare say there are a few stout souls about town who will answer your call to arms. Let's get started, shall we? We have a town to rouse. Accomplished adventurer. Spare me your talk of glory and fame. I'm not in the habit of volunteering for a lost cause. I've survived this long by trusting my instinct, and my instinct tells me to stay well away from Ishgard. Understandable. Hey, Riol. Ishgard sounds like she's the right mess, but ain't what I wanted to talk to you about. I need you to cast your mind back to the scuffle with the Empire out by the processing plant. A lad from Little Amigo by the name of Vilrud was here with the fourth that day, and I want to know if you've seen him since. Have you? Goddamn it, I fear as much. No one's bloody seen him. It's like a ground opened up a swallowing hole. But that ain't all. Around the time Wilred stopped turning up for duty, then black market weapons were missing from our vault in Uldar. So now, of course, half the Braves suspect the lad were making off with the goods. Folk like to believe our company is a disciplined fighting force, but as you and me both know, it's no more than a motley collection of mercenaries, adventurers, and Grand Company veterans. The only thing that has bound us together is some vague oath about fighting for freedom of all, and that and the steady pay. No, compared to most others in this crew, Wilred, a fresh-faced novice, a bleeding whelp amongst wolves. But the boy's got passion. When he talked about being guardians of Eorzea, he bloody well meant it. A lad like him would rob us blind and bugger off like that. He ain't the type. And then, and this is just between you and me, mind, there's the fact that the lad wanted to tell me about something queer he noticed in the ledgers. Something about the Braves' numbers not adding up. Aye, there's a villain, and end of the trails I stumble on, and I'll bet me good eye it ain't young Wilred. In a road you got a word wage, so I'll let you get on. I just thought someone should know. I'll be seeing you, Drazor. No problem, Riol. We'll get to the bottom of that after we have punched some dragons. But time to punch dragons first. Yeah, not there. So I need to go up, 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 and get down. Is there any here? Nope. Oh, there's one here. Adept Adventurer. So Ishgard seeks Telswood to bolster its ranks here. Though I'm not sure I like the sound of this siege, those noble will surely be generous with their rewards. But I pledge myself to guard the Revenant's Toll. Modest work though it is, I'm loath to break the terms of my contract. What to do. Eh? That's fair. That's fair.